Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I have 3 appetizers I want to share with you. Chicken cranberry pinwheels, deviled egg potato salad, and a super easy crockpot barbecue meatballs. Let's start with the deviled egg potato salad. This recipe says we'll need 6 russet potatoes peeled and cubed. The potatoes I have here seem extra large to me, so we're only going to use 4. We're going to peel them and cube them up. We want manageable bite-sized pieces. Into a pot on medium-high heat, let them boil for 15 to 20 minutes or until tender. Once they're done, we're going to drain them and put them to the side to cool. While those are boiling, we're going to get rolling on our eggs. The recipe says to use 10 eggs. I used 5. We're going to bring this pot to a boil and then put a lid on top and move it off the heat for 15 minutes covered. Once the timer goes off, we're going to rinse them in cold water and attempt to peel them. I find it's easier to peel them when they're submerged in water. As you can see here, I'm kind of picking at the egg and it gets stuck to your fingers, and I don't like that. Everything just seems to come off the egg a lot better when it's underwater, or when it's wet rather. After they're all peeled, we're going to slice them in half and collect the yolks for later. We're going to dice up the egg whites and add it to a separate bowl. Dice up 2 stalks of celery and dump that in with the egg whites. Now we're going to mix up all the wet ingredients. To the bowl with the egg yolks, we're going to add in 1 cup of mayo, and since I'm only using half the recommended amount of eggs, I'm going to use a little bit less of the recommended amounts of mayo, relish, and mustard. But if you're staying true to the original recipe, then you'll want to add in 1 full cup of mayo, 1/4 of a cup of yellow mustard. I used Dijon mustard, half a cup of sweet pickle relish, and salt and pepper to taste. I used half a teaspoon of both. Mix and mash everything up. The last thing we need to do is dice up some green onions. I'm using 3. It says to use between 2 and 3, so I went with 3. Now we can add everything together. Toss in your potatoes and your green onions and add in your egg mayo mixture and mix everything together. After fully mixing everything, I decided it did need to be a bit more wet, so I mixed another batch of mayo and relish mustard. I guess I didn't need to reduce the sauce like I originally thought. Oops. Overall, this was very easy to make and it didn't take too much time at all. Definitely something you can make the day before your event or just store it in the fridge until it's party time. Now we're going to make my favorite chicken and cranberry pinwheels. We're going to start off with 4 ounces of softened cream cheese, 1/3 of a cup of mayo, 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard. We're going to mix this up real quick before we add in our feta cheese. 1/3 of a cup of crumbled feta cheese. This is the brand I'm using. Half a cup of chopped pecans or pecans. 2/3 of a cup of roughly chopped dried cranberries. 2 green onions sliced. And 1/4 of a cup of finely chopped celery. This recipe calls for 3 cups of shredded cooked chicken. I'm going to slice these 2 pieces into thinner strips so they take less time on the stove, but they still retain its moisture. Nothing sucks more than dry chicken breast. We're going to use a little olive oil and cook these on medium-high heat. Add a little salt and pepper, flipping them after a few minutes. Once all of our chicken is cooked, we're going to shred all of it and add it to our bowl. Look at all those colors, reds, greens, whites. It's so pretty, it's so festive. All that's left now is to assemble our pinwheels. Grab a tortilla and start spooning on the filling. If you're worried about your tortilla splitting or cracking, you can heat it up in the microwave for a few seconds with a damp paper towel on top. Otherwise, just evenly coat your tortilla with filling. Once you're ready, pick a side and start rolling it into a log. Wrap it in plastic wrap and then place it in the fridge to chill. This recipe says you'll use about 4 tortillas. I don't know, maybe mine were bigger than normal because I was only able to fill 2 tortillas before I ran out of filling. I don't feel like I overfilled them either, so I guess if you want more than 2 rolls, you'll want to double the recipe. This last appetizer is brain dead easy. All you need is a crock pot, some frozen meatballs, and your favorite barbecue sauce. My favorite sauce is Sweet Baby Ray's, but use whatever barbecue sauce is your favorite. If you want to add something extra to your meatballs, you can toss in some pineapple for that sweet fruity barbecue flavor. Or maybe you're not a big fan of pineapple, you can add some roughly chopped and sauteed green bell peppers and onion chunks, that's always delicious. Or you could also add a jar of chutney, either orange or apricot. I've tried this with chutney and I can't remember what kind it was, but it was delicious. Let me know in the comments below what kind of appetizers you like during the holidays. And if you're interested in these recipes, I'll leave a link to each one in the description box below. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and if you liked this video and would like to see more, please like and subscribe to my channel.